Who.
Hello and welcome to To Watch Who, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Mark. I'm a Doctor Who fan. And I'm on my way to the season 11 Doscars. Now, I said I'd meet Sarah there. She is getting a lift with the Time Lords, apparently. So it's gonna take place on Metapetus 3. Oh, and I think I'll take this TARDIS. So I'll just see if anybody's in. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Oh, hi there.
Hi. David and Richard. Hello.
Hello.
Surprise.
Are you guys on your way to the Doscars as well?
We must, but we found this TARDIS in the middle of a common, and we just thought we'd go and have a look and just see what was inside.
Can I get a lift to Metapetus 3?
Yeah,
why not?
I mean, I don't know how to pilot this, but we'll have a go.
Okay, well, let's go. Let's see.
Where's Sarah? Where is she?
She's getting a lift with the Time Lords, apparently.
Oh, well, she's alright.
Yeah. So she was going to go ahead. Obviously, the catering needs sorting on Metapetus 3. Edith, Mary Ash, Molly, and all that. So I was just getting the nominations ready and stuff. So.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's something coming up on the scanner here.
What's that on the scanner over there?
Oh.
Oh my God, it's Sarah.
What's she doing there?
Ah, there you are. I seem to be stuck up here with COVID.
Oh no! So you're not going to be able to make the Doscars?
So you're my replacements, David and Richard. Are you ready for the Doscars?
Well, yeah. So okay then. So David and Richard can take your place for this. We'll head on to Metapetus 3. I'll make sure all the catering's sorted, and maybe you can call in with some of your suggestions as we go through.
No then, stop dilly-dallying and get on with it.
Okay. Well, let's get on with it then.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Poor
right.
Sarah.
Well, here we go then. Let's head off to the season 11 Doscars. Yay! Here we are. The red carpet or the blue carpet, maybe. We've got the spiders, obviously. Thank you, Queen Spider, for letting us everything take place here.
I think there's Bilal sneaking in at the back.
Bilal and his friend, which I can't remember his name, they're all coming in with the Exelons.
I see they've actually put out the special carpet, the special patterned carpet, but we cannot walk on it.
No,
Yes,
don't walk on it.
Don't move. Don't move.
And we've got the Ruth, who's transmatted down from the spaceship above.
Oh yeah, sorry Ruth. Well done Ruth. You are on an actual
Yeah.
alien planet for the first time.
First time ever.
Well done.
There's a nice surprise. And there's Alpha Centauri's just come in as well.
All the Peladon lot
All
are
the
here.
Peladon
Oh,
lot.
they had such a
They've
great
gotta be
time
here.
last time, didn't
They've gotta
they?
be
They've all
here.
recovered now.
Alpha Centauri is wearing a wonderful dress done by Vivienne Westwood.
Oh yes, no,
Well,
absolutely.
icon.
She's raising money for comic relief as well while she's doing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, I think I see a few dinosaurs over there.
Oh yeah, there they are.
They're quite far away and they're looking not like they're particularly moving much, but they are there. They are there.
They're not reacting much.
I think the dinosaurs will get on well with the giant spiders.
And
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What's that huge lot of smoke that's coming? Oh, I think it's Dot Cotton. She's there as well, but she's surrounded
Oh my
in
God, I
smoke.
totally forgot about the Time Warrior.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah.
Dot Cotton's arrived,
Yeah.
just smoking her way through the ceremony.
Right.
You know.
In arm in arm with Lynx. There we are. So I think the stage is set for the Doscars. So obviously Sarah sends her apologies. She's got COVID. She's not very well.
Get well, Sarah.
Get well soon,
She
Sarah.
wanted the ceremony to continue. We have decided all the nominees, and then David and Richard here are going to help us announce
And we don't know.
the
We
winners.
don't
So
know who
you
the
have
winners.
no idea.
No,
You don't know the
winners.
nominees either.
Yes.
Don't
No.
know anything,
I
though.
didn't even put on my glamorous presenting gown.
No.
So before we start the ceremony, we obviously need a drink. And our listeners have got in touch with what they think a Terry Nation cocktail should consist of. So Molly and Edith have been putting them together for us. And the first one comes from a listener, Big Ol' Lesbian on Twitter.
Shout out to them.
And the suggestion is, well, it was a pint of champagne with a shot of sweetened condensed milk dropped in.
Wow.
Blimey.
So we're going to give that a go. Well, I've got Prosecco and sweetened condensed milk. So, shall we try?
Let's do it. I'm
Shall we try?
absolutely
So,
terrified. Can I just
Edith
say?
is just handing me a bottle of Prosecco. Oh my god, I've got to do the cork. I hate doing the cork.
Molly,
scared.
Molly, can you do
Everyone
it?
duck.
Oh, how'd you do it?
Oh,
You
give
have to
it here. I'll
twist
do
it.
it. I'll do
I'm
it.
scared.
Years of work. Years
God, I'm
of working in the bar. Years of working in the bar.
I hope that Molly and Edith got their mixology certificates as well. It's good to see they're branching
Can I
out.
just say, Mark has got his hands on
No, I'm
his ears.
scared. I don't like doing them.
There we go. Hey.
Right. I mean, I'm just going to try these will be available in the bar for everybody. I can see the Peladon lot heading over there now. Should have just got Mary Ash to do these.
Yeah.
I know who. What about that woman that is like handmaiden to Queen Peladon in the background? She would have been good at doing these. Oh god, that sounds awful. I'm getting worse and worse. I think she's joined the catering team.
let's just
every season.
She doesn't
Playing
even have a
gender
name.
types here, why don't
She
we?
doesn't even have a name.
No, she doesn't. No.
No.
Right, then should we just drop a bit of condensed
Condensed
milk
milk.
in?
I think you could do a glolop.
Just a little
I'm
blob.
going to
I've
guess
never-
this tastes a bit like a snowball.
3, 2, 1. That's actually not bad.
Oh no, I wouldn't say that's good.
That is like something from a Terry Nation swamp.
It's a meal for camp, Mark. Just keep.
Thank you very much for that suggestion.
Mary Ash, can I have another glass, please? Thank you.
Yeah, let's get on to our first category.
Yes, let's move on quickly.
Yeah, so the first category.
I honestly didn't think it
Just
was
wash
that
it down with a
bad.
bit more prosecco.
I think so.
Just to sort of.
There's a weird tanginess to it, which I don't expect from two sweet elements. I don't know. It's almost like the milk curdled, but I don't think condensed milk can curdle. Well, maybe it can. I don't know.
Maybe.
So first category is best villain.
Ooh.
Who wants to read the first lot?
So for best villain, the nominees are Professor Whittaker, Invasion of the Dinosaurs;
I did everything you asked me to incriminate him. All wasted.
General Finch, Invasion of the Dinosaurs;
Temporal displacement. Time travel is impossible, we all know that.
Eckersley, the Monster of Peladon;
What's Gebek and Etis and that little lot up to, eh? That's what's worrying me. And where's the Sonic Lance?
and Lupton, Planet of the Spiders.
Go. I command you, go.
Yeah, so we did also discuss Iron Gron
Yes.
from the Time Warrior. I was keen on Grover from Invasion of the Dinosaurs
Yes,
as well. He was
yeah.
a villain. This whole season had a lot of villains.
Well, Invasion of the Dinosaurs basically had the most villains, didn't it? Really, I mean, this category could have just been.
Invasion of the
Villains,
Dinosaurs.
yeah,
special.
really,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
Here's a question. Would you have put Yates in there?
I was about to say, I think I would have done, because Yates is, I would say, unlike Lupton, who's kind of possessed to be a villain, Captain Yates knows what he's doing, if that makes sense.
But is he only a villain for that story? So does he still count as supporting character?
Exactly,
Plus,
exactly. So-
plus he does kind of make things up better in Planet of the Spiders, doesn't he? I mean, he is
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
reason that the Doctor comes and...
Yeah. And he's-
Basically, he's the reason the Doctor dies. Never
Oh,
thought
wow,
about that
okay,
before.
controversial. Well, he's here tonight, enjoying his Terry Nation. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that later with him. So, yeah, loads of villains in this season. Richard, would you like to announce the winner? Just open the envelope,
okay.
and it's there. It's a proper, awards
Oh, no,
envelope.
absolutely. I'm impressed
Where you pull
with
the thing down. And...
Oh, my goodness. And the winner is Eckersley.
Yeah!
Oh, yes, he is very nasty. He is.
Eckersley, what a bad boy. Congratulations on your award.
Yeah, it was really close, but he really does. And because he sort of manipulates
Yeah.
the situations.
And he's not the villain from the beginning as well. It's a big twist halfway. Is it about halfway through that he is the bad guy?
Yeah.
So I can see why. Whereas from the off, Professor Whittaker and General Finch are bad.
Yeah.
There's something suspicious about them. With Eckersley, you think he's a nice guy, and then it's only halfway through that you realise he's behind it all. So
Yeah,
I
and
think for that he deserves it.
he makes that story as well, I think. If you really need that character. You got Etis as well, who's a bit of the crazier badger person, but he is just manipulating behind the scenes. If there's a close-up of him looking shifty every now and then.
And he kills Agador.
Yeah, and he kills Agador. Yeah,
So-
he takes the Queen hostage.
Yeah.
He does a lot in that story, so I think he really deserves it.
And I would say Lupton is still a villain, but he's kind of persuaded to do it. He's kind of forced to do it, whereas Eppley is just full on evil.
Yeah, and he's got his what is like sort of
Leather
onesie.
Yeah.
All villains have a leather
in and
onesie.
out, I'm sure. Yeah.
First win of the night for the Peladon lot.
Exactly,
There we
they
go.
did so well last
It's
time.
going to be another
They are, and I'm actually quite surprised how many.
Unfortunately, Eppley can't be with us tonight because he's dead.
Are we going to do an in memoriam at the end?
Yeah.
Well, he was a bad villain, so.
But Alpha Centauri is here to collect the
Oh,
wounds of the
Alpha
heart.
with a drink in every. I was going to say orifice. What are they called? Tentacle.
And that is tentacles, just to clear.
Oh my god. Well, there we go. Right. Should we try another Terrination?
Let's do it.
So the next suggestion for a Terrination comes from Gavin on Twitter.
Hello, Gavin.
Hi, Gavin.
Shout out to Gavin.
He thinks a condensed Terrination. Well, he said it's a glass of fizz with a shot glass of creme de menthe dropped in it for the green alien element. So we don't have any creme de menthe on Metabilis 3, unfortunately. Everything's usually blue. So the two green things that I found are either apple sours or absinthe. So we're going to mix that with a bit of Prosecco. So let's... what should we have? What should we have?
I think should we have a bit of both?
Oh yeah, why not?
Why not?
Green's
It's the
green.
Doscars.
It's the Doscars. It's the Doscars. Green in honour of Peladon just winning an award.
Absolutely. And we'd like to thank the Exelons for providing this for us tonight.
Shipped in
from Exelons.
Yeah.
We need another pop moment.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, that is satisfying, isn't it? Ooh.
This is how Terrination wrote his scripts. He was just mixing his drinks.
That's how we wrote the Keys of Mariners.
Yeah.
He'd be like, Jill on Death of the Daleks. What is it? Not a shot.
No.
Bit of absinthe. Susan's fallen over. Write that bit. End of episode 1.
Daleks appear.
Daleks appear.
Yeah. Take a shot for every time there's a
I'm having
Dalek.
champagne lunch now.
Yeah.
My favourite thing. It's called something of the Daleks, and the Daleks are the cliffhanger shop. Right.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, cheers everyone. Oh,
Cheers.
this smells nice.
This does smell good, actually.
Oh, that smells strong. You put a lot in there.
I mean, I didn't measure it. I will warn you now.
Okay,
Cheers.
well, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh,
Not too bad.
That's nice. It's quite strong.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to drink the rest of it, but
We can sip on the rest.
I think we're gonna have to get a taxi back to the hotel.
It's the perfect colour though. Gavin is right. You need a green for a Terrination.
Oh dear, yeah, that was
Wow.
that was
Wow.
that was
we're
eventful.
not legally allowed to pilot the TARDIS after this.
No, we're gonna have to get an Uber back to Earth.
Well, let's go on to the next award. Oh, you've got the next one, haven't you?
I've got the next one.
Well, we'll continue sipping this while we talk about our next award, which is Best Monster. So,
Ooh. And the nominees are Lynx, the Time Warrior,
Didn't I tell you you might not find my taste pleasing?
Alpha Centauri, the Monster of Peladon,
Sure no disrespect was intended, Lord Chancellor.
Vega Nexos, the Monster of Peladon.
We people of the planet Vega are a practical race of mining engineers.
so there's only 3 this time because
Yeah.
actually in this season, what have we got? We've got
We've got dinosaurs, we've got spiders, but would you say they're monsters?
So we didn't. The giant spiders, we were just not that impressed with. So I don't think they deserve to be there. They are giant spiders. Same with the dinosaurs, really. They're not an iconic monster. Lynx, absolutely. That costume is brilliant. Is amazing. The best thing we've seen so far.
Even now, that looks amazing.
Even now, it's brilliant.
No Daleks.
Well, the Daleks, they weren't that impressive. They've been best monster before.
They're different, though. And that's the interesting thing about this season. They're a bit different to what we've had before.
I think they're worse.
Do you think?
In Death of the Daleks,
They aren't strong, no.
they're not anything special.
They've got a lot to compare themselves to. This is the problem with the Daleks going forward, is if they're not strong, they're not going to get nominated.
But it's interesting because the previous story, Planet of the Daleks, they're quite frightening still, aren't they? There's something about... It does feel like a little bit that Death to the Daleks was written as a non-Dalek story and they were kind of shoved in.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They seem weaker. Even the props, even the actual look of them, just seem a bit cheaper.
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, there's only 3 of them when it's clear.
Yes.
One of them doesn't move. So I mean, there's that as well.
Yeah, so they don't deserve this year.
No.
And Exelons we had as well.
Yeah.
But again, they were just sort of rags with a bit of a mask.
Yeah.
They weren't like.
And Ice Warriors as well. No.
But again,
yeah.
We just didn't think. So can I just explain? Vega Nexus.
Never thought he would even be nominated.
So he is in like episode 1 and 2 of the Monster of Peladon. He gets killed straight away. Can I just say, Sarah really, really wanted Vega Nexus. She loves Vega Nexus. Forget Bert the Landlord. Sarah loves Vega Nexus. I didn't. It's a surprise for me as well, and I'm sure she will explain if she was here. But yeah, he made. The nominees.
The nominees. Isn't that exciting?
A lot for... There's Peladon, give him away, everyone. There they are. Vega Nexus up there, back from the dead.
Not Ecclesby though, he's gone.
He's disappointed. He wanted to see Sarah, he came to see Sarah, but obviously not.
It's disappointing.
No. And then Alpha Centauri.
Of course, you've got to have
the
them.
icon.
You've got to have them in there.
Absolutely.
You've got to, because I mean, that makes that story.
So, would you like to announce the winner?
This is very exciting. Here we go. I'm really excited by this. And the winner is Moonlight. No, it's Lynx.
Yeah!
Very well deserved. Very well deserved.
Yeah.
Lynx defo deserved Best Monster. What a costume. What a man. Is it a man? I don't know, it's a monster. Well done him.
Just because that costume is so good.
Yeah.
The Centauran, the look of the Centaurans.
And I do think a lot of that also is down to Kevin Lindsay, who plays him. It's very well played, very brutal character, and I think it really works. So he's on his way up to collect the award.
Here he is.
There he is.
There he goes.
Oh, he's crashed a spaceship. No.
Oh. Get your tongue out for the audience. We'll all cheer. What was in that absinthe?
I think it was absinthe.
That was what it was, yeah.
He's a good villain, like Lynx as a character, because do you say Lynx or do you say the Centaurans? But we've only seen one so far.
Exactly.
You have to keep it as the individual then, but that's a strong first appearance winner of the category.
Yes.
So there we go.
Well, let's get on to the next category then. I'm still recovering from my last termination. Actually, I feel a bit like it's nice. Right, my favourite category. My favourite.
Oh.
Supporting character.
Oh, hooray.
I love this one. So the nominees are Bilal, Death to the Daleks.
I am called Bilal. I mean you no harm.
Alpha Centauri, the Monster of Peladon.
I shall summon assistance. Help! Guards! Help!
And Tommy, Planet of the Spiders. So other people that we talked about, there was Hal from The Time Warrior, Professor Rubish.
Oh, I love Professor Rubish.
Mark, Ruth and Adam from Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
Hey!
Sorry guys, you didn't make it. Sorry. Not as a supporting character. I know
Ruth is not happy. I can
Ruth
see
is
it.
not. Oh, she'll have a drink later. She'll be fine. Jill, from Death to the Daleks.
Less said about her, the better.
Yes.
Carry on.
Sorry, Jill. The Queen from Monster of Peladon. Now, if I had my way, she would be there somewhere, but unfortunately, she's not. What you don't like her?
No, I don't like the Queen particularly.
There you go.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Brigadier or Benton.
Oh, Benton saves the story, doesn't he? Really,
maybe not
Saves
enough
the
to
day.
be to win an award.
I'm surprised they're not even, because they're in 2 stories as well. They're not on the list.
No,
Brigadier.
I didn't make it. And also, we actually forgot Bilal when we were talking about the nominations before. So we did actually have Calippo from Planet of the Spiders.
Everyone get a Calippo in the audience
yes.
tonight.
If you look under your seats, there's a Calippo, everyone. Yes.
Bloody love a Calippo.
Yeah. Calippo giving us our Oprah moment for the.
Exactly. Where are the bees when you need them?
Calippo was there, and then we remembered Bilal and swapped them over. Yeah. So Bilal, Death to the Daleks.
Bilal, you can actually imagine going in the TARDIS and having adventures, really.
Would you get a bit tired after two stories.
He would be a one or two extra stories,
Yeah.
I think. He's got a little bit of a quirk to him. He's a cute little fella, but I don't think you'd want him for longer. But he made an impact enough to warrant being on the TARDIS afterwards, I'd say.
And especially in that last episode, you can really see the Doctor and Bilal working quite well as a team. So it would have been interesting to have seen how that would have developed with Sarah as well. And I can imagine Sarah being quite...
This is Sarah Jane, not Sarah.
No, not Sarah. Sarah Jane being quite like, chummy with him and looking after him and things like that. So
I think that would get would it be like a sort of K9-ish?
Maybe till the end of the season, maybe, like you're saying, maybe
would it
not
be a pet. That's
a bit of a
yeah. I don't. Or he went through 2 adventures and then got killed dramatically.
That's true.
On Peladon or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Always comes back to Peladon.
Yes.
Always, all roads lead to Peladon.
They do. But because Sarah's off a lot on her own in Death of the Daleks, so it is the Doctor and Bilal, the team. So he absolutely had to be here.
Yeah.
Although we did forget him to begin with. Alpha Centauri.
Again.
Like, everyone loves Alpha Centauri, I would think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, definitely. I mean, twice nominated even this year.
Categories.
Yeah.
I mean, might be nominated. Sorry. They might be nominated again in another category, but I think it was the same for season 9. I think they were nominated.
It's such a good character.
Yeah.
And the personality comes through, even though the look is like, what is this? What is this creature that they put together? It just stands out quite a lot. But it's just got that, that big eye and it moves. And you just feel, I don't know, you feel. You do, yeah.
Especially in that scene where, Sarah Jane's a bit scared of Alpha Centauri, and she's sort of keep doing it. They sort of say to her, we're actually not that scary. You kind of think, oh, it's quite sweet, really.
Is there a character that has had so much presence than Alpha Centauri?
Don't know.
And commands your attention? That's the question.
And I would say Alpha Centauri is an iconic character for people, even though people might not watch Doctor Who, they kind of remember that character. It's like I've before, lots of people have said, "Oh, do you remember the one with the maggots?" People who've never seen Doctor Who, they go, "Oh, I always remember the one with the maggots," and that was the other one. They always remember the one with the big penis, basically, with the eye. So
depends who you ask.
Depends who you ask. But no, it's quite an iconic image and quite an iconic character.
Yeah. The costume still exists, does it?
I think it does somewhere.
Someone's probably bought it at auction and
well,
has it at home.
It's come back, hasn't it? So
spoilers.
Sarah,
don't listen to this.
No, I haven't said when. I haven't said when. Yeah, and then who's next?
Oh, and Tommy from Planet of the Spiders. So Sarah really liked Tommy.
Yeah, Tommy's a really great character because he's got that development, hasn't he, throughout the story. When you first meet him, you think he's a bit of a sort of, I don't know, you're kind of not sure whether you like him or not, and then by the end of the story, again, you kind of, a bit like Alpha Centauri, you kind of feel for them a little bit. You have a bit of sympathy and feel sorry for him. He's
not in it as much as some of the other characters, so I feel like, I didn't get to know him that well. He doesn't do as much in the story as I thought he would. He looks into the crystal, sort of clears his mind, protects the door, but then you don't see him again after that. So it's a shame you actually don't see him as much.
Yeah, but I do think he deserves a nomination.
Yeah.
I think that is the key of a good supporting character, is they don't have to do much, but they make an impact in that little screen time they have.
And, unlike the others, I think he gets a cliffhanger, doesn't he? He gets a cliffhanger where you think he's going to be killed by the spiders. So, again, he must have some impact, because people had to see whether or not Tommy was going to die next week.
Well, let's see who
the winner is.
Who is the winner? And the winner is Alpha Centauri!
Give away Peladon.
And
Peladon is sweeping the board again.
Yeah, they're coming up for the second time tonight.
They're going to be
loving it.
They're going to be having a box next time just with their importance.
Yeah.
Anyone that follows me on Twitter will know that I am a fan of Alpha Centauri. And I'm very happy that they've won once again Best Supporting Character. Woo!
Yeah.
They are all...
Alpha Centauri is going to have a huge binoculars.
Yes.
Just one, obviously.
Yeah, well, yes. Essentially a telescope, yes.
Yeah.
And the actual Doscar Award this time, I'd just like to thank Queen of the Spiders for carving out from Metebelis crystal the lovely Doscar Award that we're handing to all of us. It's lovely blue sapphire. And I'm pretending that I'm holding one right now. There we go.
Even I want to win one of those. I wish I was in this season.
Never know.
Give it. I mean, they've won enough now. I might just go and nick it off Alpha Centauri later on in the evening.
Right, next up, we are looking at Best Story.
The nominees are The Time Warrior.
You've been getting around, Sarah. Are you on visiting terms with all the local nobility?
Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
No, he's robust to polarity! Keep back!
The Monster of Peladon.
I fear your suspicions were correct after all, Eckersley. It appears that he has gone over to the rebel side completely.
Don't be so ridiculous.
Right.
Planet of the Spiders.
Look, Brigadier, look. I think it's starting.
Well, here we go again.
So death is gone. Death to the Daleks
So,
is gone.
like usual, because there's 5 stories in a season, we always get rid of one. So we agreed that Death to the Daleks wasn't memorable enough. I'm sorry.
I am absolutely ecstatic.
All right.
Of all the stories, I obviously wasn't here for when you discussed Death to the Daleks on the podcast. And of all the stories I've watched of the classic era, it was by far the worst I have seen. It was a litany of errors, a litany of annoyance, and just a litany of terrible music. And I say that with all the love to Terry Nation as I take a sip.
Cheers. Give us a wave to Jill and the space crew up there.
Yeah. Oh, they're not waving.
They've
Sorry.
left in anger. They've stormed out now.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry, I just couldn't see them because they're in blue and everything else is in blue. Oh, there they are. I can see them now. There we go. A fair selection of stories in there, with strong stories as well.
They are all good stories generally, apart from Death to the Daleks. Time Warrior didn't have as much impact as I thought. Sarah was not that impressed. And I thought that would be the one that, because you've got going back in time, you've got an alien, you've got a bit of everything in that one.
Yeah.
But it didn't really have that impact, mainly because of maybe Sarah Jane being a journalist.
Being a journalist.
She's a journalist, ladies and gentlemen.
She's a journalist, ladies and gentlemen.
Dinosaurs
are brilliant. And I'm not
we
just,
agreed, didn't
I'm
we,
not
that
just
it was
saying that
good?
because I was on the episode, but I do think that is a cracking good story from start to finish. So for a 6-part story, it is one that zips along at a good pace. There's lots of twists, there's lots of turns, and the premise of the actual story is quite a good and scary one, and quite an environmental one. I mean, Monster of Peladon, I think a few people would be quite shocked, I think, that this one, because again, it's not a fan favourite. But if you look at it against Death to the Daleks, it's definitely a kind of
no-brainer.
no-brainer with this one. I mean,
I think it's one to try again, everyone.
Yeah, I
Give
mean,
it another go.
It is a bit slow in places, but then it's got some good. Some of the acting is quite good. You got good cliffhangers, got good monsters, and again, actually, the story is actually.
It's all right. It's one not to binge all 6.
No, and remember, it was supposed to be watched weekly. So
if you do one by one, and I think you can get more out of it that way. It's
Definitely.
very because it looks a lot the same. You don't really go anywhere different. It's just like 3 different sets you go in between. So if you are watching it all in one go, I think that can just sort of wear you down a bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's some definitely good, as we've seen already tonight. There's some great moments and characters there.
Planet of the Spiders. Again, that's definitely a fan favourite.
Is it? Because I would have said it wasn't.
See, I think it's a story
I don't think people like it
Oh,
as much.
okay.
Not like it's not up there in anyone's top 10.
No, but I think it's a well regarded. I don't think it's people's top 10, but I think it's a well regarded story, and I think because it is the final John Pertwee one, it's quite a good way for John Pertwee to leave the series.
It's got a bit of everything that you're used to with him.
Yeah.
Episode 2 we didn't like because of all the chases and stuff.
But that's been written in full John Pertwee, hasn't it? I mean, it's and again, it's a good story. It moves along at a good pace. It moves the action along to Metebelis 3 and what's the name of that little town? I forgot what it's called.
I don't know. Does it have a name?
Did he have a name? Oh,
I don't know. Just the town on Metabolus 3.
The town on Metabolus 3.
It's just over there. So
yeah.
He said, "Where are we, everyone?"
Yeah. That's where the after show party is. Everybody.
Yeah, they're getting the fate ready.
Yeah. You've got that as well. So it's no. I think there's a strong contender of stories in there.
Yeah, it's not a bad season.
No, it's definitely not a bad season, except with Death of the Daleks.
Yeah, apart from Death of the Daleks.
Sorry, already taken care of that.
Yeah.
So, would you like to announce the winner?
With delight.
I
kind of want to put that as my my alarm in the morning, so I would be desperate to turn it off every day. Okay, and the winner is Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
Yay! There we go.
So I think it had to be.
Oh, definitely.
The only thing that lets it down, like we said, are the actual dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And they're here coming to pick up the award.
It's the T-Rex.
I was going to say, it's going to take a while for them to get up onto the stage because they're quite far back.
So if anyone wants to pick up another Terry Nation, you might as well at this point.
Apart from the dinosaurs themselves, the Dinosaurs was a great story and a worthy winner.
In fact, at this point, we might just get Alpha Centauri up to come and accept the award because they're taking it on late. Oh, no, Ruth's here. Excellent.
Oh, Ruth! Yes, Ruth can get the award.
Ruth can get the award. I think very well deserved, and I think this one is the best story of the season and the best John Pertwee story.
Because it's got all that intrigue, it's got that the characters and the twists and, like you said, the twists and turns. It's just a shame those dinosaurs aren't as dynamic as they can
Let's
be.
hope that when the Blu-ray comes out of this,
they'll do.
Oh, definitely, I hope so. And also, one of the best cliffhangers.
Exactly.
Of all Doctor Who.
I think so. That cliffhanger. Ruth, well done for that cliffhanger. And what were the other guys?
Adam and
Steve?
No.
Adam and the other guys.
And the other guys.
Ruth and their guys.
The one with the very tight trousers.
Yeah, that moment, it just makes it even more of an impact. Well done. Very well done.
Well done to those dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Next time they do the Blu-ray, it'll be Barney.
Yeah, with Barney, Barney will be there. They'll superimpose everything.
I saw someone's done like new dinosaurs on YouTube, and it looks amazing. And if a fan can do it on YouTube and make it look great, they can do it for the Blu-ray.
They'll have all the CGIs from when they did. What was it? Planet of the Dinosaurs? No. What was the old '90s BBC series?
Primeval.
I was thinking Walking with Dinosaurs, but also Primeval as well.
Yeah, Primeval.
Oh, Primeval.
Jurassic
That
Park.
was a flash in the pan Primeval. We were talking about that the other day. It was fun to start with, although it just went completely downhill. But a friend and I had this running joke that anytime we walked anywhere that had sort of a slightly dodgy looking alley, we're like, an anomaly is going to turn up there. Oh, there's an anomaly over. Oh, there's a destitute swimming pool. An anomaly is going to pop up any moment there now.
Oh no, yeah, Primeval was really good.
It just got so complicated.
Shout out to Hannah from Primeval. And Top 7.
Shout out to the whole of Top 7. Actually, I will say.
They're going to be doing the cabaret afterwards today.
Well, there's only going to be 3 of them at the moment, but and you don't know which 3 it will be because who knows at this point.
Well, Tina will be there. Definitely.
Tina will always be
Tina's
there.
always there.
Paul will be selling Office Boot Awards. He's vlogging at the back as well.
In fact, can I just actually hold on a second? We've just got a message from security. Paul is outside the building trying to flog his Doscars. On people, so can we just be aware that please do not contact him?
It's fine. The spiders will deal with it.
And Joe, no, Joe, don't say it. Don't say anything. You can't risk it.
I almost saw Joe do a concert, but then she was racist in Big Brother and it got cancelled. And I was so upset.
Where were you when Joe went racist?
I know. It's all these posters of her, and it's literally that week, and I was like, "Where is she?" And I was cancelled.
It's been an international incident.
You know when people, when people say, "Where were you when JFK got assassinated?" Things like that.
It's a watershed moment of where were you when Joe O'Meara went racist.
Joe O'Meara being cancelled and JFK being assassinated. In the top 10.
When people say, it's like
the first die-hard S Club 7 band, it was essentially.
I've got her solo album though. It's good.
No, I didn't know she did one.
Yeah.
Although I will say, we've gone on an S Club 7 tangent, but this was my growing up. For me, Tina was my favourite because I appreciated the girl at the back who didn't really do much. Never had the solo. She had one solo once, and I thought I can identify with that.
Yeah. Jo was my favourite until circumstances.
Yeah.
It was all sorted out a long time ago.
Yeah. No,
She's got a new album out. Buy her new album.
It's called I Am Not a Racist.
Anyway, should we get onto the Doscars?
Anyway, how do we get onto that? What's the next category? What is the next category? Next category is Best Regular.
And the nominees are The Doctor, Sarah Jane Smith.
Yeah, so just two again.
It's got to be, two this time.
Two again.
Short and sweet.
It's been quite good for the Doctor this season. He's got a new companion in Sarah Jane, so he's had to sort of adapt to the new relationship, which I think by Invasion of the Dinosaurs, it's different, isn't it? Because she's not that companion like Liz or someone.
It's the first time in a while we've had someone he doesn't employ her, essentially. She is just rocked up, doesn't know what to expect. She's discovering all of this along with him as well.
But also, I mean, like Liz Shaw, she really does become the assistant very quickly. You know, she's so identifiable, if that makes sense. You know, by Invasion of the Dinosaurs, it's only her second story, but she's fully in that role as assistant. And this whole season, I would think, it's a shame in a way that they didn't do another season of John and Sarah Jane together, because I think the relationship between the two of them gets stronger and stronger throughout the series. Not that I'm saying in Invasion of the Dinosaurs there's no chemistry there, but in that second story you can kind of tell that he wants to get rid of her a little bit. He's kind of like, well, you've had your fun, back to the normal world now. And it's only by the end of that story he thinks, actually no, she is quite a clever.
Well, then they're off travelling, so Death of the Daleks and Monster of Peladon, they're having a great time.
Yeah,
and he trusts her. In Death of the Daleks, he sends her off on her own mission. Monster of Peladon, again, they're quite separate.
Yeah, definitely. And even
then actually, in Planet of the Spiders, they're quite separate. So they don't actually, in terms of screen time, it's not actually that much.
And also, I mean, with Planet of the Spiders, I know it is Mike Yates who brings the story to them, but I mean, she's the one that goes to the meditation centre and tells the Doctor about it, and he's the one that gets involved in it. So it's a very strong season for her, and I don't think many other assistants have a first season like that.
If you had another season of them on Earth, you could do that every week. Sarah would go out and she'd be investigating a story, and then come back, and then the unit would get involved. Yeah. You could do that every week with something. She'd be interviewing someone and they turn out to be an alien or whatever.
And someone like
And
I think the difference is as well, Jo Grant doesn't really become the companion until sort of like Colony in Space, I would think, because she's employed by UNIT, she's there. Sarah Jane Smith is, she doesn't work for UNIT, she's a journalist.
She's a journalist, ladies and gentlemen.
You're going to have such a fun time editing this. Oh, dear. She's not tied down to UNIT, and I think she's a bit more of a kind of tough cookie, as is Liz Shaw.
Well, she's there of her own accord.
Exactly.
She's choosing to be there.
Yeah.
And she sticks through it. I mean, she has you could count as quite a traumatic second story, really. And she's left there on her own. She's not deserted by the Doctor, but she's sorting all these things out herself, but she sticks with it. And even in the short series, she grows from episode 1 to the end of the series.
Yeah, definitely. And she, when the third Doctor does die, I mean, she is heartbroken. She doesn't want him to go, so it'd be interesting to see. I mean, obviously I know, but it'd be interesting to see in the 12th season.
What happens,
yeah.
Well, we sort of talked about both of them there, so shall we announce the winner?
And the winner is Sarah Jane Smith.
Yay! Of course, it had to be. It had to be. Such a great impact straight away there. Here she is to collect her award.
And she's gone.
She's gone. There
Didn't want to make a speech, which is very humble.
She was avoiding Ruth. Yeah. I don't think they really get on after destroying Ruth's life. Well, she didn't destroy Ruth's life, but you know what I mean.
To get back to her day job of investigative journalism.
Exactly. Well, she'll be writing up. She's on the red carpet. She'll be taking the photos later.
She's doing all the interviewing.
Yeah.
That's why she couldn't. Yeah, that's why she couldn't stop. Because she's back to work.
Yeah, she's got to take pictures of Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
That's a fashion shoot
With the dinosaur. Turn that flash off.
Did you not learn? And then a huge bit of wood just bumps on her head.
Oh, well done. Well deserved. Yeah. Oh, the icon. Icon of the season.
Oh, okay.
So there's not even any nominees for this. There is just one icon that has been chosen.
Oh, do you want to do it?
Yeah, okay, I can do that.
You
and
do
can
that
the next one. The winner of the Icon Award for season 11 is Mike Yates.
There you go.
Well
So
done.
it had to be because of that character arc that he has, Invasion of the Dinosaurs and Planet of the Spiders.
Yeah, definitely. He redeems himself from Planet of the Spiders, doesn't he? But he goes bad.
Yes, yeah, and here he is, the Collector's Award. There you go, Mike.
Did they let him out of his handcuffs?
He's okay now, he's not bad anymore. He's not bad, everyone.
He's looking for Jonathan.
It's exactly Mike Yates and Joe O'Meara. They're very similar. They've been redeemed.
He is releasing. He's releasing an album, and you can buy it at the back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Joe O'Meara isn't listening. I mean, so the question about you never know. The question about Yates is that sort of because it's a fairly common thing in modern TV now that you have these mini character arcs that happen. Is that the first time you've really had a character arc like that, where it's been a big rug pull of someone's?
I know that Richard Franklin wanted to leave the series, and I think they sort of discussed it, saying that they were going to turn him bad. But I think it's a very brave choice to do that, especially on a show where he's become such an established figure for sort of 3 seasons. This is 3rd season, isn't it? Season 8, 9. No, this is 4th season.
4, yeah.
So this character, people have watched for 4 years. Suddenly to turn him bad, I think is quite a brave choice to do, really. And I can't think of it really happening again in Doctor Who.
No. I think that's why it's so memorable.
Yeah, because of it, and it's a genuine shock.
Because you are connected with the characters.
Exactly.
You love the characters in a way.
Exactly.
And to have that betrayal, yeah, absolutely.
And I think it's a surprise that he comes back in Planet of the Spiders, because it could have been an invasion of the dinosaurs that you just don't see him again. He's off and he's left then. But to bring him back and to have he brings that story.
Definitely.
Yes, and I think even better in that case, because you get a bit of a rounded off end to the story.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think again that's a very clever idea to bring him back and say to people, actually, he has gone bad, but he is trying to make things better because he knows that something's not right in the is it monastery? No, it's not monastery, is it?
Meditation centre.
So he doesn't, even though he is bad in Invasion of Dinosaurs, he's not all bad.
Yates, you are an icon. Well done, you.
We did have we did talk about maybe the Doctor, Sarah Jane, and I think I put Canapo. How do you say it?
Calippo.
Canapo.
And if you look under your seats,
there's another Calippo. There's also a wok if you need it as well.
So Canapo. Campo.
Campo.
Okay, I think I'm calling him the wrong thing. Campo. We did talk about him as well because of his in part of the regeneration.
Yeah.
But Mike Yates definitely deserves it.
Yeah.
Icon. Let's get on to the next category. Worst moment.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
So, would you like to read the nominees?
I would love to read the nominees. So, for worst moment, the nominees are the dinosaurs in Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
Good grief. It's a Stegosaurus.
The Hoover Root Probe in Death to the Daleks. Episode 2 of Planet of the Spiders. And Nesca in Planet of the Spiders.
Yeah, as always, a bit of a mixed bunch.
Yes. Very mixed bunch.
So Nesca is the mother.
Oh no, I shan't.
Yeah, I mean, you already know exactly what I mean. She's terrible, I'm sorry.
No, and I think wasn't she like a teacher at Rada or something.
I think there's an award named after her,
Yeah.
Rada,
Yeah.
but not. I don't.
there might be another one named after her tonight.
Shout out to the villagers.
Shout out to them.
There's 3. They're having a great time.
No,
Barbecuing some spiders, probably, or whatever. I don't know.
Barbecuing Nesca.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Nesca, but yeah.
It's just for what is actually quite a good story. It's really obvious that I don't even know what it is, if she doesn't know what program she's in, or if she doesn't.
Well, thankfully she's not in it that much. I don't know, it's a different way of acting, like maybe Shakespearean acting in the middle of this sci-fi
tonal shift.
Yeah,
and I don't know if it's the fact that she doesn't know she's in Doctor Who, or like you say, it's just, and with other people around in that scene, you can really tell.
That's what we said. Yeah, that's what we discussed on the episode, because we just both picked up on that.
Because it
just stands out so much.
You've got her sons who are quite good. You've got Rhaegar, shout out to her. Fucking love Rhaegar. I mean, she's quite good in it as well. And you've got Sarah Jane and things like that. But then she's just standing out like a sore thumb. Really, it's just awful. Episode 2 of Planet the Spiders. I'm quite surprised this is in here, I will say.
So we called it Wacky Races.
Catch the pigeon.
You have a whole episode. You have Bessie, the Whomobile, the Doctor in an Omnicopter. Is that what they're called? It's like a seat with a propeller.
Thing, yeah.
Chopper.
A police car, and they just follow each other around for about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the hovercraft. Then they get on hovercraft. That's all it is. There's not even any dramatic music. They're just in a line after each other. You just see the whole thing. It's just padding. Sarah's very angry after watching that episode, she will say. So,
okay. Yeah.
It was a waste of her time.
Yeah.
It really, you can, I don't know, there's an omnibus version of it, isn't there?
Yes.
When they repeated it. It's on the, I think they might have cut that
Oh, right.
out.
Shortened it or something.
Shortened
yeah.
it. Because it's just so
Could you play it at double speed, put the Benny Hill music on, and just...
Yeah, exactly. It's that. It's just...
In fact, that probably would improve
It's just that. And even so, there's that hovercraft. The Doctor's on a hovercraft, and there's like this tramp guy, and he goes over the top, and the tramp guy's like, oh,
you know,
like,
this sounds honestly, it just sounds a bit like the opening titles to Brum.
Oh my God, it's Brum. Yeah,
there's people waving. He's just going round and round in circles, and then he's going to teach us a lesson.
Yeah.
Do you know that tramp is Alpha Centauri?
Yes.
Inside Alpha Centauri.
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to the tramp. He's here tonight.
Yeah, supporting actor.
Yeah. He's really miffed that he wasn't done as an icon, but there we go.
Yeah. They could have done Pigbean Josh, couldn't they?
They could have brought back Pigbean Josh.
Just as a last, like when the 10th Doctor goes and revisits everyone at the end of his regeneration.
And it takes about 30 minutes.
Yeah, he could have Pigbean Josh.
I mean, the question is, where's Corporal Bell in Invasion of the Dinosaurs?
Corporal Bell should have been there.
Yeah.
Oh, she totally could have been there.
Or the guy making the tea.
But Corporal Bell is here tonight.
Yeah. She's our special guest in the box.
Yeah, she's guest of honour every season.
And she's going to be talking to Sarah personally after. Sarah will not know who she is.
I mean, the dinosaurs, we've said enough about the dinosaurs.
They've got to be there.
Yeah, they've got to be there. And then finally, the Hoover Root probe.
That's what it's called.
I mean,
the Hoover in Death of the Daleks.
Yeah, I mean, there's a one shot you can even see the string that's holding it.
Yeah, you see the string a lot.
So
I don't understand why
it's there. No, because I don't understand why.
But
it's there.
you can see, like it's just the design as well. It's.
This seems generally like a very cheaply made story, to be honest. Death of the Daleks, so it's no surprise that the design is lacking, the execution is lacking.
The thing is, I think some of the design in it is quite good, but a lot of it is clearly done on the cheap. Like the costumes aren't great. Some of the sets are quite nice in it, but I mean, I don't think it's acted very well. And that Hoover Root probe, it doesn't do anything, and there's no explanation why it's there. They just say, "Oh, this is what it is." In fact, I recently watched Death to the Daleks, and there is nothing said about that. There is no reason for it to be there. It's just there.
Yeah, it's just something so they can fill out some time with some fighting and some threats.
And I mean, it's so powerful that it kills Daleks. So there must, surely that's something that needed to be addressed.
I want to know what Terry Nation wrote in the script. Did he say a Hoover-like device attacks, or is he just like something attacks? I'm having another drink. I'm so sorry. Again, disclaimer. I'm just Donation officially not to always drink while he was working. I have no fact for this assumption.
This is just general rumor.
It's just general my impression of him.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's see some terrible moments. Do you know what? We didn't put the floor in. We could have put the floor in.
That's an interesting. I mean, there's a lot of Death of the Daleks.
Yeah,
there
could have put the whole of Death of the
thing in. Jill, the floor.
Actually, I'm surprised
the sand.
The music's not in there. Actually,
and the music.
What were your other options? Actually, did you have any?
What did we put? So Sarah wanted the tractor moment in Planet of the Spiders, where where Sarah, like, they're walking, she goes, "No!" Which I thought was quite good, so we disagreed on that because I don't know why she thought that was so bad. And I put the chanting in Planet of the Spiders, there's a lot of chanting. But no, the music should have been there, actually. I think we forgot the music.
It's so bad, it didn't even make worse moment.
And the band is here tonight. They'll be playing in the bar later.
Playing it for 5 hours straight. You all know the dance. It's a slide forward and a slide forward. Slide forward.
And also, we're very exclusive. It's literally just come in. I've just been handed a note to say that on the dance floor tonight, the dance floor is actually going to be the Death to the Daleks floor.
Stop, don't move.
That's what we'll be doing.
It's like the cha-cha slide, isn't it?
Stop, don't move.
To the right. Stop, don't move.
And the winner of Worst Moment goes to the Dinosaurs.
Oh, I know.
Sorry, guys.
But imagine, though, if those dinosaurs were effective, more effective, how amazing then it would even lift that story up even more. It holds that back, and I think it holds maybe fan opinion back.
They might have won Best Story, but they were definitely the worst. Welcome to the Doscars Club again, Dinosaurs.
It was a big mistake.
Our true winner for this category is the Death to the Daleks music.
Honourable mention, okay, honourable mention.
No, it just wins.
So now it's time for the final award of the evening.
Ooh.
Top up your terries, get your calippos out.
In fact, get your calippos out. In fact, should we just add a little bit of everything?
No, I can't have any more. I can't have any more. I'm still on this absentee thing.
You can have some more if you want.
You should have downed it like me. I mean, that's, you know.
I'm not writing Dalek Invasion of Earth. I don't need any more. Right. So I will announce the.
I wonder if he got paid in absinthe.
Yeah, maybe.
Sat in a Parisian cafe or something like that.
Right. So the nominees for the Sir Ian Chesterton Heroic Moment Award are Sarah Jane for going up against Grover and then everyone on the spaceship in Invasion of the Dinosaurs.
The people who tricked you are out there. Now is your chance to demand an explanation.
Benton for helping the Doctor escape Finch in Invasion of the Dinosaurs. Tommy for guarding the door and going up against Lupton's lot in The Spiders. The Doctor for facing his fears on this very planet, Metebelis 3.
In Planet of the Spiders.
In Planet of the Spiders.
You will destroy yourself.
You waste the little time remaining to you. Even now the cave of crystal is destroying the cells of your body.
There we go. Wow. So those three. Yeah. What do you think of them?
Well, I know which one I would pick, but...
And I think I know which one Sarah would pick. I presume she's for Tommy.
Well, so this has been voted for by our coffee members.
Oh, okay.
Well, it could be a rogue choice.
Well, if we go through them all, I think.
Okay, let's sort. Yeah. So Sarah Jane.
You
know, the filing cabinet moment, I call it.
Yeah.
Where she gets in the lift.
Yeah.
She could have died.
Yeah, she put herself in that danger, and she was really like. going back and forth, isn't it? She couldn't trust anyone,
and
she was trying to get the truth out.
And and because she's a proper journalist.
She's a journalist, ladies and gentlemen.
But also, she's being a journalist.
She's a journalist, ladies and
And
gentlemen.
trying to get the truth from people. But also, you do think as a journalist,
She's a
you could
journalist,
have
ladies
really
and gentlemen.
seen the people.
But also, if you are, this is her first time travelling, is it? Is it her second story?
Yes, yeah.
So this is her first time travelling away, or at least she thinks. I mean, she's still on Earth, but hey. So, your journalism is going to only take you so far. You just have to take these risks. And she is saving the lives of many, potentially.
Yeah. And that is a really, because it's that classic thing, isn't it? As an audience, you know that Sarah Jane is right. For a second story, to stand up to people like that and say, look, this isn't real, and actually that could have potentially backfired and she could have gone out into an airlock. It's quite I can't see any other assistants, maybe apart from Liz Shaw, who's here tonight as my guest of honour. Apart from, I can't see anybody else doing that on just their second story of, standing up to these people, knowing yourself that you're right and everyone else is wrong. So I think, personally, we'll find out, but personally, that was what I would give the Icon Award to.
What about Benton?
Benton, yeah. I mean, again, that's another thing of he could have lost his job.
Well, that's the thing. He's going against. It's difficult because he's got his loyalty to the Doctor, but he's got his superiors, and he could have, lost everything and been court-martialed and all of that. Going against the General.
Definitely.
So that's why he's there for a brave moment there. And then Tommy. I'm not sure about Tommy because I don't know if it's a bravery moment. Sarah really wanted Tommy there because he's standing in front of the door and all the people are like zapping him.
You don't know whether or not Tommy's going to survive or not because of the way his character is.
I think maybe if he hadn't have had his mind cleared and he still got up and was fighting, then maybe that would have been more of a bravery moment, I think. Because he had seemed to have these special powers after that with like fighting everyone off and stuff.
Yeah.
And then the Doctor facing his fear on Metebelis 3. He knew what he had to do. He had to stand in front of that spider and give her the crystal, basically. Right. And that's what finished him off. He knew that's what would happen if he went there, but he had to do that.
Yeah. It's a good...
And you could see the fear on his face as well.
Oh, definitely. Good number of what must I say? Nominees.
Selection.
Good selection of nominees.
Yeah, okay. Well, there can only be one winner for this momentous award. Our members have voted, and it's quite a mix of votes, actually.
Okay.
But there is a winner, and the winner is... Attention. The Doctor, for facing his fears.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Metebelis 3. I don't think the Doctor's won a bravery award before.
No. That's interesting.
Took him dying to do
Exactly.
so.
Well, it had to be something of that level.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Is it worthy of an Ian? I don't know. But you guys voted for it. This is the winner. Congratulations, the Doctor facing your fears. You earned it.
Yeah. No,
well done, everybody. Well done. Yeah, and it rounds off this whole Doctor's time as well.
Thank you for voting.
So, yes, yeah. Season 11. It's been a great season. It's the longest Doctor we've had so far, 5 years.
Yes, a long time.
Yeah, and we've had a voice message in from one of our listeners. So it's from Lee Arnott on Twitter.
What can I say about the Jon Pertwee era? Well, Johnny P himself, look no further than if you want the epitome of an early 70s masculinity right there. Katie Manning as Jo Grant, she creates the modern template of the Doctor Who companion, as it were, and with her Bieber fashion, her platforms, her David Cassidy feathercut, she is so bang on the money. Colour means green screen, colour separation overlay, CSO, everything. I mean, we might mock the kitchens in Terror of the Autons, but those guys really were blazing a trail. And, I mean, it's an era that gives us so much classic monsters, villains, and setup. Unit, the Master, Axons, giant maggots, giant spiders, Alpha Centauri. All of it is just so iconic. And, yeah, sometimes the Doctor's a bit of a dick. And yeah, there was a really unhealthy bit of casual misogyny which replaces Liz Shaw with Joe Grant. But on the whole, there's a lot to love in this era, and I love it.
Well, thanks, Lee.
I genuinely don't think I could put it back like that. Yeah, that does
sums it up.
That sums it up
totally.
Yeah,
really well.
Iconic monsters. Colour for the very first time.
Yeah, and it's all the experimental stuff with every Claws of Axos, all the different layers and the green screen and stuff they use in that.
An absolute time capsule of the early 70s, really.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so many, as you said, so many of these iconic stories: the demons, the Green Death, Invasion of the Dinosaurs. All these stories that are embedded in the history of Doctor Who.
I think it's weird because I've sort of watched it through. After you watch it in order and progress, it's a very sort of slow progression. But when you look back from Spearhead from Space to Planet of the Spiders, it's
like a different
show.
So
much has happened.
Yeah, it's like a different show.
Great companions. Yeah. The Doctor, and actually this Doctor, I didn't always like him because he was a bit of a dick, but I appreciate the Third Doctor. You're not a fan of the.
I don't know. No, I don't mind him. But he, I mean, he is the Doctor. There is no denying it that John Pertwee is the Doctor,
and he's not just a dick.
He's more than a dick.
But no, there's more. There's more to him than that.
Yeah.
He's not. But just a sort of snapshot. If you watch some of these unit stories, he's just grumpy, having to go to the Brigadier and establishment and stuff. But actually, there is more to him once you watch. I've watched all of his stories in order now. You see that progression. You see that there's more to him than that. So I appreciate the Third Doctor more. So thanks, Lee, for getting in touch. I went to school with someone called Lee Arnott. I don't think it's him, but
maybe it is.
Maybe. Well done to Peladon, everyone.
Well done to Peladon.
Another big winner.
Round of applause to Invasion of the Dinosaurs as well. I think.
And Dinosaurs. Professor Whittaker is in prehistoric times right now.
He can't be with us tonight.
Video link, no, they don't have those.
No, they don't. No. Sorry, well, he wanted it. He's the one that wanted it, so don't complain about it.
The death to the Daleks gang are leaving very swiftly.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Back in their spaceship.
The spiders are scuttling away.
Well, spiders are done,
I think it's time for a bit of cabaret.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we've got a little game for you now. With Sarah being here, you normally play this with me, where Sarah gets a Battle in Times card and other cards are available, and you have to say what the monster is and have to try and guess it. But we're going to reverse that this time.
Okay.
So we've picked 5 monsters. A couple of them are from this season,
right?
And I'm going to pass the card to Richard, and Richard is going to have to try and describe them to you.
Okay. Right.
So we'll start off with number 1.
Right.
Okay, right. And I haven't seen these in advance as well, so these are very much hot takes. Number 1. It looks a bit like it has 2 large bulbous eyes on either side of the head. It has some mouth tendrils coming down from the middle. It's wearing a turtleneck, rather fetching white turtleneck, with a black blazer. You could maybe see it flying around some food, and quite honestly, it looks like a fly in a suit.
A fly in a suit. Oh, the thing from Ghostlight.
Yes, we'll accept that. It's the Husk.
Husk from Ghostlight.
Husk
yes.
from Ghostlight.
Wow, okay.
There we are. So
that's tricky. Yeah, Husk.
Yeah.
I didn't want to just start by saying fly, because I thought that was a bit too easy. Okay, right.
Number 2.
I would say it has a big snout, black all over, with red eyes, pointed teeth, and tusks coming out from its head, from the side of its face, fur all over as well, black fur.
Black fur? Taran Woodbeast? No.
So we can say it is of the Third Doctor era.
Third Doctor Tusk. Azal.
No.
Hang on, what fur? Red fur?
No, black fur with red eyes, with red tongue, white teeth, and protuberances from various places.
Oh, a Minotaur.
No.
Big nose.
Big nose. Basically a boar-looking
thing.
It was worshipped as a sacred spirit.
It's in this
Agador.
Agador. Pushed by an apple shaker tree.
Agador. How could you forget Agador?
Okay.
Number 3.
Okay. Small little guy. Grey all over.
Bok.
No. You're not far off, to be honest.
Bilal.
Yay!
It's one or the other.
There we are.
There he is. It's Bilal and he speaks like this.
Number 4. There were 3 of them here. They have got big green eyes. They're a group of them. They have... Their heads are basically like semicircular triangles or pyramids. And they have what look like a... I don't know, a sort of Georgian woman's fan on their face.
What?
They they're sort of mostly browny red. They've got basically scales on their body.
They are mandrills.
Yes,
well done.
The end. And now, finally, number 5. There isn't a lot to go with, I will say this. It is a green blob.
Rutan.
Yes.
Yes.
There we go. And I've got an extra special visitor. So why not? Let's go for number 6. And you have the name, and then you have a little brackets underneath. It says attacking. So that might give you a bit of a clue.
Something attacking.
That narrows it down. So this guy looks a bit like a thumb. And he's wearing some metallic armour.
Centauran, Lynx, attacking.
Yay, well done.
Yay. I didn't just want to say potato because that's probably rude.
So 6 out of 6.
There we go.
Well done.
Cool. Well, thank you, David and Richard, for joining.
Thank you
for having us.
Thanks for stepping in.
I've just received another. I've just received something on the stage. So we've got camera. Oh my, we're gonna have to go.
What's happened?
Sergeant Benton is about to do some singing, so we better run in the TARDIS quickly.
Right, we can't do
we better
that.
head off. We better get
off.
into the TARDIS
before he starts doing Lady in Red. And believe me, you do not want to hear that.
Well, yeah, thank you everybody for thank you Edith again for the wonderful catering. Can never mention Edith enough.
No.
And Molly and Gail / Mary Ash for all the drinks, and of course the Queen Spider for letting us join her on Metaverse 3.
Yes,
Love the blue.
Love the blue. We're going to have to try and find the TARDIS now because it's camouflaged in here.
Not again.
And best wishes to Sarah. Get well soon. I'm sure the Time Lords are looking after it. We'll send you some space medicine. Terry Nation will mix something up.
Yeah, we'll send you some absinthe.
Yeah, that'll sort of
Absinthe.
And thanks for everyone getting in touch as well. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at 2watchwho, and you can support us at buymeacoffee.com/2watchwho. And we'll be back very soon for season 12. Now, there's going to be a little bit more of an extended break than usual between seasons. I've got a new job. I'm moving. Sarah's had COVID. So we are going to have a little bit more of a break than usual between seasons, but we will be back for Robots very, very soon, probably in about a month or so.
Literally, Sergeant Benton is making his way up.
Okay, go.
Bye.
2 Watch Who.